Scouting Bets Week 13. It is Thursday. We have Bills Patriots tonight. Patriots are home. And then also we have a list of all of the Sunday games and all of the spreads here for you. And then, of course, Monday you have Saints, Buccaneers. I have 4 tickets that I'm going to show you for Week 13. I did not put anything on tonight's game. I'm just going to enjoy that game. But Patriots are trying to snap a 3-game losing streak against the Bills. It's pretty tough not to put your money on the Bills, but it's a short week. Bills have been kind of spotty, all year. Lions gave Bills, all the trouble last week too. I've been saying, the Lions aren't pushovers, but they gave the Bills all their money last week. Patriots are home, trying to snap a losing streak against the Bills. I'm not touching that one. I'm just going to watch that game and enjoy, but give a slight edge to the Bills because, I just think the Bills are the much better team. I think they have a much more explosive offense, even though I was very, very surprised on how many points the Patriots were able to put up last week, especially coming off that win against the Jets where the offense only scored 3 points. Was very surprised, but slight edge to the Bills. Bills are minus 3.5, especially if you buy a half a point just to be safe. Bills by a field goal if you buy it down even more. I'm leaning towards the Bills, but like I said, I'm not touching that game. But let me just get into the tickets and the plays that I am doing for Week 13. And at the very top, what do you see? You see Jets, Vikings. I am going to go with the Vikings. Listen, Mike White is a good quarterback. Last week I told you all about this guy. I know what he can do. He should remain the starting quarterback of this team. I think he dropped over 300 yards against the Bears. Now the Bears defense, they're not elite. They're not like they used to. I get it. They're not the best team, but over the few games that I have seen this guy, he can play. And also the books are seeing that too because the Jets opening line, the total was 41 and a half. And then it just shot up to, right now at the Santa Fe, it's at 44 and a half. It was 45 and a half. There are some 45s out there, but definitely the Jets offense did flow more. We teased the under last week and it barely covered. They were scoring way more points. They were going down the field. The offense just looked very efficient, but I feel like everyone's just disrespecting the Vikings. Everyone's disrespecting their wins. And also everyone's blowing up those 2 embarrassing losses to especially the Cowboys. That was embarrassing. And also to the Eagles. But the Vikings have been winning close games. The Vikings have been winning close games all season long, and where normally they have been known to be losing those close games, they're winning. Listen, the Vikings only lost 2 games this year. The Vikings are a very good team. No one's talking about them. They're getting disrespected. The sports books and the market aren't really giving them the respect as one of those dominant teams like the Dolphins, the Chiefs, things like that, despite their record. I'm going with the Vikings. I know it's a risky move with that Jets defense and a better offense, but I'm not ready to just say that the Jets can beat the Vikings because you beat the Bears. I like the Vikings in that one. The Vikings are home. They have way more than just Justin Jefferson. Thielen can ball. Dalvin Cook can ball. And you know what? Kirk Cousins, say what you want about Kirk Cousins, but he's winning football games. I like that. I'm going to go with the Vikings on that one. Vikings at home, minus 3. That's my first play for the week. My next one, that's just a straight bet. And I have one more straight bet that I'm doing. Now, I'm going to take the Browns against the Texans. Now, this is not a storyline game, even though I know everyone is going to make it out to be. It's just, as you can see, the Texans are just a bad team. I've been saying it for weeks. They are the worst team in the league. So I have no problem laying 6 points against the worst team in the league. Yes, Deshaun Watson's going to come back. But hey, the Browns, the Browns cracked me last week and they beat the Buccaneers, okay? Houston is just all around bad. It doesn't matter who's playing for a quarterback. Houston is just all around bad. Rebuild mode. They're going for draft picks. There's no point. Maybe they'll get inspired because Deshaun Watson's in town, but it doesn't matter. I like Nick Chubb. I like Watson. I like everything that the Browns are going to do against the Texans. Dolphins completely wrecked the Texans last week, and they took it easy in the second half. It could have been really, really ugly for the Texans last week, but they sat their starters. But I have no problem laying the 6. Deshaun Watson comes back against the Texans. I have no problem against the worst team in the league. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and bet that every single time. But those are my 2 tickets so far. So 2 straight bets, Vikings and Browns. And also, I like to do teasers. If you want to tease them up just to be safe, hey, nothing wrong with that. Also, and speaking, now this is my next ticket. My third ticket is a 2-teamer. I've been doing pretty good with these 2-teamers lately. They've been hitting, pretty good, and they pay out very well. Another team, I'm going with the hot hand. I'm going with the Commanders. Commanders have been hot. And I've also been seeing in the comments section, some people have been betting the Commanders 5-6 weeks in a row. And guess what? They have been covering the spread every single time. I'm going with the hot hand with the Commanders on this one against the New York Football Giants. Giants are home. I got Commanders -2. I'm just going with the hot hand with that one. Giants, in the beginning of the season, they look good. So far, a couple losses, they're not looking so good. So I'm just going to go with the team with the hot hand and just ride it right now. Commanders have been playing well. Commanders have been covering spreads. That is the most important thing. The Commanders have been covering spreads. Kind of just like Kansas City. Kansas City is one of those teams that's just always solid. Almost every single year, just solid. Kansas City versus the Bengals. Bengals are home. But once again, I'm just going with a solid team. Chiefs are -2.5. Chiefs have just been steamrolling team, just winning, and they just do it almost so efficiently, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. No Jamar Chase in that one. I like the Chiefs, 2.5. Chiefs have been on a winning streak. Maybe also they might be due for a loss, but I don't think here. I think Chiefs are they're just flowing so well. I predict the Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl right now. I'm taking a 2-teamer on that one. Commanders and Chiefs. I just need 2 teams to do their things. 2 teams that have been doing their things. So I'm doing that one there. That's my 2-team parlay. That's my third ticket. And the fourth that I'm doing is I did put up a teaser. Clearly I believe in the Chiefs, but just to be safe, +4.5. I just don't see them. I don't see them losing. I don't see them getting blown out, but I added the Chiefs on that one. And then you got, I think it was going to be the game of the week. You got Dolphins and Niners. Best offense in the league with the Dolphins versus the best defense in the league with the 49ers. 49ers have the #1 defense right now. And I think also, this is crazy. They've shut everybody out in the second half. There hasn't been a score in 6 consecutive quarters or something like that, which is just crazy. So this is a game of what's the word? An unstoppable force meets an immovable object or something like that. So you got top offense versus top defense, but I'm just going to tease it up. Give me the offense. I'm going to take the offense in this one. Tua's playing lights out. He's not throwing picks. You got Tyreek Hill, Waddle. You got all these guys. I think it's just too much offense for the Niners. This may turn into a shootout. It might turn into a shootout with just big plays because, the Niners, they can make some plays too. They can get some big runs open. They do a lot of movement in the backfield. But I think the safe play is just teasing up the Dolphins +11. Dolphins can keep up with anyone. Tua's not he's not making those big mistake plays. I'm teasing up the Dolphins +11 just to be safe. The regular spread -4. I'm just not touching that one. Niners are home. I just wouldn't touch that one. They do have the best defense in the league at the end of the day, but too much points, +11. I don't see that. And then also the Eagles, Titans +12. I'm taking that one. Eagles are home. But once again, this whole entire ticket is just everyone but plus the points. 3 good teams plus the points. Titans are plus 12. I'm obviously an Eagles fan. I love the Eagles, but also I see their weaknesses. They do have some defensive weaknesses. The Packers, even though they did win, they did cover the spread, but the Packers put up way too many points on them. And also Love came in when Rodgers went down, and he moved the ball on them too. So, I think that the Eagles are still good, but they still have some defensive weaknesses that they need to solve there. And listen, Derrick Henry's a big boy. It's easy to say, a couple weeks ago, Tannehill has no one to throw to. They don't throw. And guess what they did? They'll just dink and dump you all down through the field because do you think they're just run, which they are. But I'm taking Titans plus 12 on that one just because Eagles defense has been sus a little bit. They should have completely wrecked the Packers from start to finish, and they didn't. They were still in that game, but Eagles did win that one. I do like Titans plus the points. This is just a 3-team teaser right there where you're just getting plus the points. I think this is a very, very safe teaser that I'm doing, but those are all my 4 tickets for the week. It is week 13, Bills Patriots, guys. I'm leaning towards the Patriots, but like I said, not taking any money on that one. These are all of the games. These are all of the spreads. A few games that I'm looking at that I did not put money on yet. I'm off the Buccaneers. I know the Saints are bad, but I'm going with the Saints on Monday night. Didn't put it in yet, but I do like the Saints. And I also do like the Chargers against the Raiders. Didn't lock that in yet, but I like the Chargers. I'm not sold on the Raiders. Raiders just been struggling all year. Played pretty good last week, but I still like the Chargers in that one. Not saying that they're crowned back yet and they've battled all their demons. But those are the games. These are all my tickets. Guys, let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you think. Scouting Bets. Please like, please subscribe, and good luck.